Hello. Welcome everybody to Boss Chick Radio. Let me just close one door. All right. Hey everyone, happy Twerk It Tuesday. I'm Simone. Welcome to those of you tuning in for the first time to Boss Chick Radio. This is episode number 2. And we launched last Tuesday for Twerk Talk Tuesday. Our official big launch is gonna be February, the first Tuesday of February. So keep that in mind. Next Tuesday is gonna be our official big launch. Can't believe that we are already in February. How is that even happening? I don't know, but we are here. So, oh my God, there's a sock on the couch. But we're here. So let's jump right in. I always want to start off with network news, things that are happening in our community. First, foremost, February 1st, you guys have 2 days. 2 days. Twerk to Transform Challenge launches on Thursday. Yes, just making sure. Thursday. We're going to be going all month long, the entire month, every single day. We're going to be twerking, shaking, bouncing, you name it. I think Sundays we're going to do a meditation, but Monday through Saturday, we're going to be moving, okay? The link is in our bio. It's only $26 to join. You're going to get a brand new workout every single day. It'll be live stream, and just in case you can't tune into the live stream, you can catch the replay. So I'll post it on our challenge site afterwards, so you have access to watch it whenever you want, okay? So in addition to that, for that $26, you keep the program for life. So it's not just for the month of February. You can have access to the challenge page for the rest of your life, okay? And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good challenge. I know I say that for every challenge, but this one's really gonna be good. Okay, it's just the mindset that I'm in, where I'm at in life, that affects and it permeates through everything that I do. So, in a good place. So the challenge is gonna be good. In addition to that, as I said, next Tuesday will be our official big launch for Boss Chick Radio. You'll be able to find us on Apple Podcasts by then. We'll have a full schedule of how often we'll be airing episodes. Okay. February 11th, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have our first Twerk Pro certification. Okay. Those of you interested in getting certified to teach twerk technique in your communities, to your clients, or if you just want to learn a ton about twerking, we teach 100 twerk steps in the certification. So if you just have a passion for twerking, this is the certification to do. All right, let me just pull up one more thing. We're gonna have a special, I just want to make sure I can see my Instagram peoples. We're gonna have, awesome, let me pull this over. All right, so we're gonna have a special Galentine's, Bad Galentine's twerk out on February 13th. It'll be completely virtual. Lots of special things planned for that. And February 1st, we're gonna launch the tickets for that. Okay? So, other than that, our topic for today is mean girling. Funny enough, Mean Girl, the remake, I think the remake of the movie just came out. To be honest, I really don't remember anything about the original one. I'm being 100% honest. That was a long time ago. But I wanted to talk about mean girling in the industry of dance fitness or fitness industry. And then I also want to talk about it just in general, in life, this concept of women working against each other as opposed to together. So, the topic first came to me because I was trying to decide what should I talk about this week. I didn't get too much feedback about people wanting to talk about anything specific, but you can always drop it in the chat. I can always adjust, but the topic came to me because I was thinking back to when I started Boss Chick Dance Workout, how lonely it was, okay? And that's in the sense of finding resources, finding other women that were doing what I was doing that were willing to help. And I know that could be daunting, not just in fitness, but in any industry that you're in. It can be very hard. There's a lot of gatekeeping that happens sometimes, and that was definitely happening with dance fitness. I was looking for resources. How do I do this? How do I certify instructors? How do I create a format? So I had all these questions, but very little resources and community to figure out how to navigate my business forward. And then not only that, but it was this one part, I would tell y'all a story, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna name any names, but y'all might be able to figure out who I'm talking about, maybe not. But there was another format that was in existence at the time, and I remember the first time I traveled out of state was to New York City, and I had my first out of state class, first New York City class, and there were these girls in the hallway that were clients, and a mix of clients and instructors from another dance fitness format. And I had a long line of people outside of my studio waiting to go in for the class to start. And I just remember these instructors walked by and they gave me the dirtiest, it reminds me of Mean Girl the movie, like the dirtiest looks ever. And I was just like so taken aback because I'm such a girl's girl. Like, I am so pro women, and I mean that when I say that. It's something that's become pretty trendy, like female empowerment and, all that stuff has become so trendy. But at the heart of it, a lot of these, sometimes people that push that are not really that when it comes down to the core of that. And I learned that year number 2 in business. So I never forgot that. This is 8 years later. And I still remember that moment. And it did not stop there. So this continued on. I came back to Miami. There's instructors from that same format here. And I would get the same mean girl treatment if we were ever in the same space, the same studio, the same gym. I would get this mean girl treatment from these instructors. And I say all that to say that it's just tricky, women are so powerful when we come together, right? But I realized that being a girl's girl, like really, truly, being for other women, requires a sense of a degree of self-confidence that not everyone has. Okay, and it's not arrogance or I'm the shit, but it's more so being rooted in knowing that what I have is for me and it will not pass me by. Anyone else could start a twerk fitness brand. There's many other twerk fitness brands that have started since I started Boss Chick Dance Workout over the past decade. And guess what? Go them. I'm so happy when women start businesses. Right? But that my ability to support other women in the industry comes from me just being confident in knowing that there's nobody that can do what I'm doing the way that I'm doing it. Okay, and I know we hear that a lot, but it's true. And it's really something to take note of, as women, is that there's space and there's room for all of us. Like, we don't have to, we don't have to be crabs in a barrel, like pushing each other down in order to rise. And I think we need more of that. We need to come together more, less division, and come together more. Like, women are known for, I remember when I said I wanted to start an all-female brand, people were like, oh, all-female, like women together, But why are we known for being mean girls, and for being catty, and for having this, this sort of an energy towards each other? And I'll tell you something else. It's that not only am I pro women, but I'm really about that. Since in the past decade, I would say maybe, it's hard to say how many, but several women have contacted me and be like, how did you get this started? How did you get this off the ground? How did you end up, men and women, how do you tour? How do you get a tour in place? How do you certify instructors? How do you move a twerk fitness business from just a class to an entire brand? Like, so many emails I've gotten, DMs I've gotten, and I'm so happy to help, genuinely, because I didn't have that when I started Boss Chick. And I'm telling you, I really was just grabbing the air like, well, I guess this is how you do this, and we're gonna figure this out. But let me know in the comments, have you guys experienced mean girling in any of your industries that you're in, or anybody here want to jump in on their experience with that? Okay, lucky you guys. But no, I'm definitely for and want to encourage women to help each other. Like, it is not hard, regardless. I mean, it's not easy. It is not easy, regardless what industry you're in. But the more you feel like you have someone else next to you who knows just a little bit more than you, you're in a good place. You feel less alone. And I remember recently I attended a festival, and these women were just, they're 7-figure women in the room, and they were just pouring into, I was teaching a class for the festival. Let me start with that. I was teaching a class, so they all got to experience Boss Chick dance workout class. And then afterwards, several women came up to me and they're like, this is what you need to do next. This is how you're gonna get this from here to here. This is what you need to do. You need to update your email marketing. You need to focus less on Instagram and focus more on your email list. And just giving me information, just pouring into me. And I thought, wow, I do believe things happen in divine timing, so it's supposed to happen now, But I thought to myself, man, if I knew this 10 years ago, I'd be a billionaire too. But one of the things one of the women said is how I got to where I am. And this woman makes about $2 million a year on the low end. All right, that's her income. But one thing she said, one thing that's helped me grow is I listen to people who know more than me. And that's so humbling, because sometimes you think when you reach a certain place in your life and you've accomplished so much and you've had all this press and you've met all these people and you've taught here and you taught there, that you know everything, or I know enough to keep myself going. But it really is humbling to be in a place where you're like, I can always learn more. There is more to learn, and there's people out there that know more than me that could pour into me. So it's like always having a cup that's ready to receive. So that was really powerful. I won't never forget. Well, it's only been a couple months, but that has just been ringing in my head. Like, I listened to the people who were doing better than me. Super simple. And I think that's great advice for us to just, keep in mind as we build our own businesses, as we navigate jobs, our careers, whatever, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, just being able to receive information from people who know more than you. Yes? Yes, women have the power to heal society, absolutely. And some of the gyms look down on me when I say twerk fitness. Oh yes, we can talk about that too, for sure. Just the negative stereotype that's associated with twerking. Oh, I've heard it all, I've seen it all, I've experienced it all. Yes, but there's a lot of pushback when you say, I teach twerk fitness. You might even get pushback from your own friends when you tell them you're going to a twerk fitness class. So there's a lot of negative connotation associated with twerking, and that's actually a great topic to segue into. But how has that come about, and why? People automatically think of twerking as this ratchet, dirty, low form, way of moving your body, and that's just because they're ignorant. And I say ignorant in the sense of they don't know about twerking, the history of twerking, where it comes from, the dance history behind it, the meaning behind it, the power it has to heal, the power it has to release negative energy from your body, they just don't know. So they just hear the word twerk and they associate it with, you know. So I got a lot of pushback from gyms as well, from friends, even, you know, from people who I was pitching the brand to. There's always been pushback there for us, but I always say, take a class. Because I guarantee you it's not whatever you think it is. Not even the videos, not our Instagram, nothing can really replace taking an actual class with an instructor or with myself. You know, it's just a different experience from what the idea that the world has about women shaking their ass and women moving their bodies in this way. It's completely different. It's a little bit of that, but it's a whole lot of other stuff too. So what's worked for me is just, I will say no more. Just come and take a class. Come take a free class. And their minds will change. So I found that that's been really helpful as well. All right. Any other feedback from the chat? About anything anyone wants to jump in and say or talk about their experience with mean girling? How much they love twerking? And so I want to jump into this idea of speed twerking. So I threw it out there last week and I said, come prepared today if you're interested in showcasing. And I'm going to keep doing it. Maybe nobody will want to do it this week, and that's fine. A lot of our clients are very shy and only twerk in the confinements of their own homes. And that's fine. I love that about us. But if there's anybody that wants to jump, request to be on live, and I could let you in and you could show us your skills. Anybody from the audience. Speed twerking. So you just come up, you play your music, and you twerk for a good 30 seconds. Release some things. Anybody? Where are my instructors? Y'all should be the first ones up here requesting to join the live. Someone said I'll do it next week. All right, next week is our opening week. So get your speed twerking routines ready, because next week is our official launch. So I want at least 5 people up here showcasing. But I wanted to jump back to something that I meant to say earlier about when I was talking about the mean girling thing. Because I was saying a lot of our clients are very humble and shy, and you wouldn't think that of a twerk fitness brand. You'd think that we're all wild and crazy, and even our instructors are that way. But I just realized, you know, the instructors are a reflection of the leader. So if you're a mean girl leader, you're gonna spit out a whole bunch of mean girl minions, and that's exactly what happened to this brand that I'm not gonna name. But right, you know, that's a reflection. I'm like, why would they be so, you know, aggressive and mean and put out this mean energy towards me? But then it's like a direct lineage from who their leader is, right? So, so just keep that in mind. If you're in a leadership position and you're, you know, pushing female empowerment, you really gotta be about it. Because if you're not, the people under you are gonna feel that, and they're gonna mimic whatever energy you have, and then they're gonna move through the brand and through your brand with that energy. So that's just something to be mindful of as a, you know, someone who's in a high level position with people under you or colleagues working alongside of you, that you're putting out the energy for everyone else to feed off of. So make sure what you're putting out is positive, welcoming, and just full of love and good energy, right? All right, that is it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. If there's no questions, I'm reading the comments. If there's no questions or nobody else wants to jump on the live, we are done for today. Reminder again to tune into Twerk to Transform Challenge starts Thursday. That's just 2 days away. All right, do not miss day 1 because then you're just back behind one day and you're just playing catch up for the rest of the month. All right, so Twerk to Transform Challenge, the link is in our bio. Also, if you had to leave and you want to catch the full episode of Twerk Talk that we did today, the link is also in the bio. It's on YouTube, and I think it's only on YouTube. It's on YouTube, and then next week all the episodes will be on our Apple Podcast. Okay. Add that loving. Oh, Raylene says, I just want to add that I absolutely love being a part of your team, Simone. Oh, thank you. I love my instructors. They really are awesome. And I guess that means I'm a little awesome myself. Just kidding. We get to pat ourselves on the back once in a while. But thank everyone for tuning in, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Actually, I'll see you guys Thursday. Twerk to Transform Challenge. Bye, everyone.